Hi, this is Scott from Georgia College and State University. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you what local variable is and the different ways to initialize local variables in method.
So first of all, what is local variable? A local variable is any variable that is declared inside the method. For example, in the public greeting method, the local variable here is message, and it is assigned to the value hello. Local variable is not accessible to any statement outside the method. Any attempt to access or mutate the string variable message in other methods or in main are not allowed and will generate compiling error. Local variable keep methods independent and secure. We need to notice that different methods can have their own local variables with the same name because a method's local variables are hidden from other methods. For example, we have a method here called greeting, and we declare a local variable called message. And then we have another method called farewell, and we declare another local variable called message, which is the same name as a local variable in greeting. It is completely fine to declare multiple local variables with the same name as long as they are located in different methods. They will not interfere each other because all the methods are independent from each other. Alright, let's have a demonstration of a code in JGrasp. We have two methods here, greeting and farewell, and we declare local string variable message in both methods, and they're assigned to different values, hello and goodbye. And in the main, we called greeting and farewell. Let's see what happens after we compile and run. So the result is hello and goodbye. As we can see, the local variable message in greeting method and the local variable message in farewell method, they are independent and they will not interfere to each other. Local variable initialization. Local variables are not automatically initialized with a default value. Local variables must be given a value before they can be used. For example, we have a method here called circumference, and we declare a local variable called radius with no initialization, and then we have another local variable pi and initialize with 3.14, and we declare a third local variable called result, which is the product of 2 times pi times radius. Because the local variable radius is not initialized, the calculation will generate an error. So the most common way for local variable initialization is to use parameter. We can use parameters to initialize local variables. Let's look at the method here. It's named circumference and it accepts one integer parameter called r. On the first line, we initialize the local variable radius by the parameter r. And then we initialize the local variable pi by the constant 3.14. And then we have a local variable result, which is the product of 2 times pi times radius. And finally, it will return the value of result. That is how you should initialize your local variables and do the calculation in the method. There are something we need to notice when calling a method from main. Any variable defined in main are also treated as local variable, which means that they are independent, inaccessible from all other methods. So the question is, how to access the variables defined in main? The answer is, we need to use parameter. Alright, let's see a demo of accessing local variables defined in main by the methods. We have the code in JGrasp. So here is the method of circumference we described in the previous PowerPoint page. And here's the main. So the first line we declare a standard user input, and then we declare a variable called input in main. That is the local variable that we defined in main that needs to be accessed by the circumference method. And this variable is initialized by the user standard input. So next we declare a variable called output. And the value of output is actually the return value of the circumference. So here we call the method circumference, and we pass the argument as the local variable in main here input. So once the input is passed into the circumference, it will do the calculation and then return the value of 2 pi radius, and it will be assigned to the variable output. And finally, we do system.out.println. We print out the result of the output on the screen. So let's try and compile and run the program. So first we type in the radius, for example 3, and the system will print out the area of the circle is 18.84. So that's everything for the tutorial. Thank you for watching.